We certainly hear them, and as we continue to track the incoming impact of Francine, preparations still underway.
Yes, we are on the phone live right now with U.S. Navy hurricane specialist David Roberts to learn more. Good morning, David. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning. Glad to be with you.
So, David, talk to us about Hurricane Francine. You're a hurricane specialist. So, in terms of intensity, what are we seeing?
Okay, so overnight, we think more than likely, based on the aircraft reconnaissance reports from the 53rd Air Force Reserve and also the NOAA P-3 aircraft that were investigating the system, particularly in the inner core and the outer reaches of the tropical storm force winds. It peaked last night at a maximum sustained wind of 90 miles per hour. Now, it's holding steady, but we're expecting, due to the upper level winds that we're going to be inhibiting the outflow of the system with time as it approaches this evening, we should start to see some weakening as it approaches, but it's still more than likely to be a Category 1 hurricane. But I think that overall it looks like the strongest winds in the inner core were taking place overnight, and now it's just pretty much steady at the moment. It's located about 150 miles southwest of Morgan City, Louisiana, and about 210 miles southwest of you guys in New Orleans.
We like to hear that word,
Roberts,
weekend.
Yeah, not far away from us or Morgan City, as you mentioned. How specifically does the Navy track this data? Is it, the Hurricane Hunter planes, or is it, dropping these things inside of the storm? How specifically are you tracking it?
Well, specifically from the National Hurricane Center, we have hurricane specialists. I'm attached via the Navy. I'm part of their hurricane specialist unit.
Wow.
And we have an actual schedule where we write advisories with active tropical cyclones in the Atlantic Basin and also in the Eastern Pacific. And it's an interdepartmental effort between the Navy and the National Weather Service and National Hurricane Center.
David, in terms of impacts, what are you expecting as far as damage goes from Francine?
Well, for our category, you guys were in the local area back in 2020. You guys remember Category 1 Hurricane Delta made similar landfall and intensity in the same region, the southern portions of Louisiana. So those people that remember Delta, you're going to see similar impacts from this system as well. Especially when we're talking about the storm surge. You're talking about, levels up to possibly 10 feet in the storm surge warning area. And with that is considerable impact. That is, in fact, life threatening as well. Number one, deaths occur because of storm surge and flooding, specifically flooding and rainfall. And we're talking about
Gotten a little bit of
looks like we might have
audio there.
David, are you there? Looks like we might have lost him. Ladies and gentlemen, David Roberts, the U.S. Navy hurricane specialist, joining us.
Had a lot of great intel for us. A lot of stuff that I was unaware of with this hurricane, and he said kind of the same path as Hurricane Delta from a few years ago. Very interesting stuff.
That there are scientists from a number of different angles and letting us observe exactly what's going on and analyzing their data. We even got our own scientists here in the building as well. We're going to get to Kerrigan in just a second. Do we have David back?
Do we have him back on the line? Is that a yes or no?
I said no. Kerrigan Chauvin.
We do have him back.
We do have him back.
Okay, let's go ahead and take him back again because we were getting some good information.
Hey there.
He's back. He wanted to join us again.
Right. David, we thought we lost you. We thought we had you back, and then we lost you again. So
mixed signals. But he wanted to finish his interview with us.
Right, exactly.
Well, I think one of the questions.
I don't know if you guys caught the end. I don't know if I got caught off or not, but I was using an analog year storm, Hurricane Delta, back in 2020, that made landfall at a similar intensity and a similar area. And the people that remember that system, you're going to have similar impacts as well in terms of storm surge, rainfall amounts, and impacts from those as well, and the wind.
David, I guess one quick question that I have is that, you know, each of these storms are like puppies or kids or whatever in terms of having their own characteristics. If you had to outline what are the unique characteristics of this particular storm versus others, even different from the one Delta that you're talking about, what would that be?
Actually, it's a pretty difficult question to answer simply because this system is quite similar to that. It's a little bit smaller, so the actual hurricane condition impacts will be a little bit smaller than they were with Delta. So in terms of the inner core, it's certainly not as intact as it was with Delta. The aircraft reconnaissance were showing on their radar and also in the radar off of WFO Baton Rouge and New Orleans is showing that the inner eye wall on the south end has collapsed. So not quite as strong or intact as it was with Delta. So if there's any differences, it's probably the inner core. So, and that's actually a slightly good thing compared to with Delta.
All right, David Roberts, thanks for joining us. Sorry about that phone drop earlier.
Thanks for rejoining us.
Yes, thanks for rejoining us. We enjoyed
Navy
having you.
hurricane specialist.
Hey, I enjoyed it. Thank you. Guys, hang in there. Be safe.
We certainly will.